go.
And we have arrived. It is week 1 of the NFL season. So we got the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs to kick things off on Thursday Night Football. Kansas City, congratulations on winning the Super Bowl. You get to unveil your banner. You get to do all your little ceremonies. Celebrate, all that stuff. Right now, it is, as far as me recording this, it is undetermined on if Travis Kelce is going to play. He hyperextended his knee, and right now it's up in the air. He has officially been listed as questionable, and Chris Jones is, as of recording this, still holding out for a new deal, and the price may have just gone up with the Nick Bosa deal that I'll get into a little bit more when we get down to San Francisco's game. So, I think this is going to be a close game. I honestly do. Travis Kelce, even if he plays, he's hurt. He may be in a reduced role. And Chris Jones, even if he plays, what kind of shape is he in? Because he can be in shape, but is he in football shape? Probably no. So if neither guy plays, that gives Detroit the best chance of winning this game. And I'm going to pick Kansas City to win. And please don't give me the, he kind of picked Bo, so he can always, no. So I would not be surprised if Detroit won. My official guess is Kansas City, so if Kansas City wins, I'm 1-0. If they lose, I'm 0-1. And don't put into the comments, about, it's like, oh, see, I told you guys, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to do that, okay? So calm yourselves. Sunday, September 10th, we have the majority of our NFL games. Carolina at Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta to win this game. It's Bryce Young's first start. We're going to figure out if size matters. So, Atlanta, you got Desmond Ridder, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. You've got, trying to think who else. Didn't they have a receiver? I know they traded away Calvin Ridley. That's not who I'm talking about. Oh, Drake London. That's who it is. You got a lot of talent on offense. On defense, you've got A.J. Terrell. You've got quite a few good players on Atlanta. So I'm going to pick Atlanta to win. Cincinnati at Cleveland. It looks like Burrow is going to play. Now, he doesn't have the best record versus Cleveland, but I'm going to pick him to win still. And that is because even though I took him in fantasy football, I also took Dak as a backup, just in case Deshaun fails. I don't believe in Deshaun. I don't. I honestly think that the nearly 2 years he spent off the football field is gonna be too much for him to overcome. At least this year, he's still gonna be knocking rust off. Who knows? Maybe towards the end of the season, he'll be more like his old self, or maybe next season. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen for Deshaun this year. But in case I'm wrong, I have him in fantasy football. Or if I'm correct on that, then I just go to Dak. And if he's not good, I figure something out. Jacksonville at Indy. I'm taking Jacksonville here. I did actually grab the Jags defense because they're facing Indy week 1, and then I have the Jets defense for other weeks. I can alternate if I want, but I think Calvin Ridley this year is going to be amazing. Got him in fantasy. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be amazing. Sadly, didn't get him in fantasy. Tried to trade, but the guy, he was iffy on trading him, and he kind of wanted to use him to trade up for a better quarterback, but I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be really good. So I think the Jags are going to be a good team. Right now, because of the weak division, I want to stress that. Because of the weak division, I think they have a great shot at being the number 1 seed. So I'm taking Jacksonville to win this game. Tampa Bay at Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota here. It's just Tampa, I don't think they're going to be good this year. They're probably going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. I just don't think they're going to be good. Yeah, Baker's an okay quarterback, but it ain't going to happen this year. God knows how deep in dead, salary cap hits. From, congratulations, you guys went all out for 3 years. You won 1 Super Bowl, and now you're in hell because of it. That's what happens. It's every time you see, a team with 12 superstars on it, and it's how the hell are they affording that? It's because they kicked the salary cap can down the road, but that bill comes due. Tennessee at New Orleans. This one for me is actually the first tricky pick here, but I am going to take New Orleans. I think that the crowd is going to play a huge factor. I really like their defense, and they're going to squeak this game out. Yes, I know Alvin Kamara is suspended the first 3 games, but between Chris Olave, Michael Thomas is officially back, and Derek Carr as the quarterback, I think they'll make something out of it. And Jamal Williams is the running back in the meantime, and we saw what he did in Detroit. San Fran at Pittsburgh. This is the one that's highlighted. I think it's because Pittsburgh's my favorite team, so they highlighted it. I did not do that, and there's no way to unhighlight it. So now we'll get into Nick Bosa's deal. 5 years, $170 million. I was really, really hoping they would get this deal done Monday, the 11th, or maybe Tuesday, the 12th. Nick Bosa, sit back, relax, make the defense play 1 game without you. They'll realize how much you mean to them. Clearly that didn't happen, so he would most likely play. It could be in a limited role because he was sitting out. Now, granted, yeah, he's away from the team, but he's working out. It's just you're not in football shape. But now he signed the deal the day I'm recording this afternoon. So for you guys, yesterday afternoon on Wednesday the 6th. So he's gets Thursday the 7th, Friday the 8th, and then they have to fly out to Pittsburgh on Saturday. So he gets, a couple days of practice, but who knows how much he plays, if he plays. I'm assuming he would play, but it could be in a limited role, which would be to Pittsburgh's benefit. Though this also does, like I said earlier, drive up Chris Jones's price, I think. So there's a little bit of conflicting reports here, but it sounds like Chris Jones wants to be the highest paid defensive player in football. Nick Bosa just took that from him. So now he's got to go even higher than Bosa. So, Kansas City, you should have paid him, and you didn't. As far as this game, I believe in my Steelers. I do. So, I'm going to pick them to win. This is a little bit like the Detroit-Kansas City game. I could easily see San Fran winning this game. But I believe in my boys. I think this is a new year for the offense. Preseason's preseason, but I'm excited. I mean, when people ask me, hey, how do you feel about the Steelers? Based on what I saw in the preseason and what I heard from training camp, anything like that, the best word that I could come up with was encouraged. I am encouraged by what I saw. I know a lot of people say, George Pickens is going to have a breakout year. Couldn't get him in fantasy. Kenny Pickett's going to have a year 2 jump. I didn't draft him in fantasy, even though I could have, I think, with even my last pick. But I'd already had 2 quarterbacks by that point. So, who knows? Maybe I monitor fantasy football. Someone cuts Kenny and I swoop him up. Or maybe I make a trade for George. Boost my receiving core a little bit. So, plus, this is Pittsburgh's first home game to open the season since 2014. The fans, they're going to go wild in this game. So, I believe in my boys. Arizona at Washington. Arizona's going to be terrible this year. Washington, they're going to be okay. They'll be decent. So I'm going to take them to win this game. I think last year, I think they took Emmanuel Forbes with, the 16th pick in the draft. They'll be around that again this year. It's, new ownership. They got a new OC in Eric Bieniemy. I think he'll improve the offense. I do. And I almost considered Jahan Dotson in fantasy, and I didn't. But we'll see. But I am taking them to win this game because of the fact that Arizona is just not going to be that good. They are also starting Josh Dobbs, who's been on the team for a week and a half, maybe? Week and a half. So I know he's literally a rocket scientist. He studied aerospace engineering when he was at Tennessee. So he's a very, very, very smart person, but, are you able to pick up the playbook that quick? Houston at Baltimore. Baltimore wins this game. They are going to abuse C.J. Stroud for 3 hours. They're going to wreak some havoc. And the offense, this is going to be just, a showing for them. So, I think Baltimore easily takes this game. Green Bay at Chicago. Chicago. No Aaron Rodgers. It is Jordan Love. This is your opportunity to say, you know what? Aaron's gone. We now own the Packers. This is your opportunity to do that. Jordan, you got to continue where Aaron left off. If you can continue divisional dominance, you're going to prove Green Bay right for getting rid of Aaron and going with you as a starter. Now, actually something came out today. Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson both missed practice. That's not good. The Packers do have a nice defense. They have a nice O-line. But I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to pick Chicago. I think Justin Fields is going to have a better year. This is probably going to be his best year of his career. Now, granted, they had a bad year last year. So, they'll win a few more games than they did last year. But as far as playoffs, no. The division, to me, is probably going to go to either Detroit or Minnesota. Between the two, I'd probably take Detroit. But at least Chicago can hang their heads high. Even if they finished last in the division, they were able to be competitive. So Chicago, I'm taking you. All right, Raiders at Broncos. This one is another tough one to me, where you have Jimmy G as the new quarterback in Las Vegas, and you have a new head coach with Sean Payton in Denver. So it's, can Sean Payton, 1, fix Russ, and 2, turn around the Broncos? Or is Jimmy G kind of what the Raiders needed? Which is an odd thing to say. He did pass his physical. How long ago? I'm trying to think how long ago that was, where if he didn't pass his physical, the Raiders could have cut him and owed him nothing. But he passed that physical, so he's good to play. So you got Josh Jacobs, who held out for most of training camp, so he might be a little bit rusty the first couple of weeks. You did trade away Darren Waller, but you drafted a rookie tight end. But Darren Waller, he was really good. You still do have Devontae. You still have Hunter Renfrow. Something's going on with Chandler Jones, though, recently. And that little bit of chaos, just that little bit, is going to give Denver the edge here. So they take this game. Philly at New England. Philadelphia wins this game hands down. I know a lot of people say Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are going to take a step back, and you know what? They very well may. But they're a much better team than New England, and they're going to win this game. Miami at LA Chargers. Man, this one, it's the battle of the 5th overall and 6th overall picks from the 2020 draft, right? 2021. Yeah, 2020 draft. I thought about it because Justin Herbert just got his new deal. Tua, he's fighting for his new deal. This one's going to be a good game, and I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins. I think they're just going to make a couple of plays against the Chargers defense that the Chargers aren't going to make against Miami's defense. And Miami's going to take this win. Plus, did the Chargers ever really have a home game? All right, Rams at Seahawks. Well, man, we saw what happened with the Rams last year and what happened with the Seahawks last year. Geno Smith came out of nowhere, and the Rams really regressed. I'm going to take Seattle to win this game. The 12s, they're going to be out there, and I love what Seattle did this draft. I don't think Witherspoon's going to play, but getting Devin Witherspoon, getting Jackson Smith and Jigba, who will play in this game. Plus, you still have Lockett, you still have DK, your line's still good. Now you had 2 rookie tackles, those are now second-year tackles. You still have Kenneth Walker. I mean, I see Seattle winning this game. All right, Cowboys at Giants. Cowboys, you're taking this one. That defense is going to be hellacious against Daniel Jones. And while Saquon might make some plays, Darren Waller might make some plays, and Daniel Jones might still make some plays, I see Dallas winning this game. And even if Dak still has an interception issue, or if they're just running the ball, you never know. So, Dallas, you're taking this. And then the final game of Week 1. The Buffalo Bills go to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Jets. Well, this is what it's all led up to for the Jets. Trading for Aaron Rodgers. Signing all of his best friends. Lazard. Cobb. Signing Dalvin Cook. literally, like, I think they even signed Adrian Amos, right? I think he's there. Like, they've literally just turned themselves into the New York Packers. They're green anyway. So, I mean, they just, whatever Aaron wanted, it was, yes, Aaron, sir. Yes, whatever you want, sir. And that's the coach. That's the GM. That's the owner. It's, yes, Aaron, sir. Whatever you want, sir. Nathaniel Hackett, you got it, sir. Like, they just bent over for Aaron. And the Bills, they're out to prove something this year. And the Bills do have one massive, massive issue on the team. At least in my opinion, special teams. From what I saw, they have an issue on special teams. I watched them play Pittsburgh, and I watched them play Chicago. Versus Pittsburgh, they let up like a 53-yard punt return. One of their punts was partially blocked. A guy got a finger on it, causing it to not go as far. Versus Chicago, I think they let up a big return. Their special teams is pretty bad. So that's going to be an issue somewhere down the line. Week 1, week 18, I don't know. It's going to be a problem. Defense, Micah Hyde. He has a back injury. He is day-to-day, so who knows what's going to happen. If he can't go, it's going to be either Damar Hamlin or Taylor Rapp. One of those two guys is going to play in his place. They did lose a few guys. I know Von Miller's not playing. Tremaine Edmonds went to Chicago. Their offensive line depth is atrocious. I feel bad for Tommy Doyle, man. He freaking injured his knee versus Pittsburgh after tearing his ACL last year. I don't know if it was a torn ACL this year or not, but he's out for the season again. You gotta feel for the guy. So, with all this said, as much, and I mean as much, as the Jets did to improve their team, I'm still going to take the Buffalo Bills because of one important thing. Everyone talks about Aaron Rodgers winning back-to-back MVPs and then having one drop-off season. Okay, why did he drop off? Plus, one drop-off season, okay, fine, that's an abnormality. That's the one season where he didn't play very well. If it becomes a second bad season, is when you have a problem. And if if Aaron Rodgers has a second bad season, the Jets overpaid for nothing. So the Bills, I'm taking to win this game. And that's because I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers. Much like how I don't believe in Deshaun. If I am wrong, though, the Jets might win by 2 touchdowns. If I am completely wrong, and the Jets are as good as they say they are, and as they think they are, and as other people think they're going to be, Buffalo has a problem with this game. Oh, but I'm still sticking with Buffalo. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, leave a like on this video. Comment down below your picks, or if you completely agree with me, let me know. If you completely disagree with me, let me know. And if you are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on so then you know when these videos come out. And I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.